Hey, what's going on, people? This is Elder Tenchi, and I'm back for another TMNT Rant Rave review for this week's episode entitled Into Dimension X. So this week we get to see Dimension X. It's a very, well, for a dangerous planet, Mikey took to it pretty well. It's a top, like you would expect. It's a topsy-turvy world. You know what I mean? Gravity and physics are different, and time differential is different. It's very, very much what we expected to be. But Mikey, after doing a few crazy things back on Earth, or a few, kind of ridiculous things back on Earth, kind of makes up for it here. He's basically the alpha dog here. You know what I mean? He takes charge here. So it starts out with a message from Leatherhead. He has been on Dimension X, as we know, for a while now, and he figured out what the Krang have been up to, which is trying to terraform the Earth, and they've completely perfected the mutagen, and they plan to bring it back to Earth to basically start their invasion fully. You know what I mean? And he gets a message back to the Turtles, but also gets himself captured again. And now it's up to the Turtles to get him back. And Mikey, being the guy that he is, especially since he's the one that formed the bond with Leatherhead the most, he feels like, there's no, he has to do it. You know what I mean? He has to do it. I mean, at first they were going to leave him behind due to the fact that he was slipping up a few good times. You know what I'm saying? He got a little overly excited about them finding their tape to the last few episodes for what they've been watching lately, the anime that they've been watching. Donnie is trying to figure out the portable portal, as well as figure out a power source for his turtle mecha, and Mikey kind of gets a little overly excited when they find out that Leatherhead's still on Dimension X, and he's trying to get a message to him. As soon as that portable portal starts to activate, he goes right through it. Like, of course, they have like these little things that help them breathe the atmosphere, but he just jumps right into it. You know what I mean? So his brothers go after him, and they almost get killed, like, immediately, twice. They almost get killed by these crazy beasts. And when you go into Dimension X, it's exactly what you think. It's very, it's very upside down, like topsy-turvy, very, very what you expect Dimension X to be like. And it looks like the Krang have completely perfected the mutagen, and Mikey, after being on the planet for what looks to be either hours or months, I'm going to guess months, because he's figured out things that nobody else would have known had they have not already been there for a while. Sound is a big factor on Dimension X. It can be used as a weapons and a means to survival. The crystals are basically, they grow on these trees that are on these rocks that are on these other things in the atmosphere, and they explode, and because it's full of energy. Mikey figures out how to fight these huge beasts, and he basically gets a chance to take charge. And his randomness and his playfulness and all that, it really helps him survive on Dimension X. So I have to say, big ups to the writers for this. I mean, for this mission, Mikey was the leader, and it wasn't a filler episode. You know what I mean? This was a really fun episode, but it also makes me wonder, especially since we know what's going to happen in the next episode, which will be the hour-long season finale special. What is going to happen? We know that there's going to be the turtle mech. We know there's probably going to be a fight. We know that the invasion is on. You know what I mean? But this episode showed that Mikey, if you give him a chance, he can really take charge. Not to say that there hasn't been any other episodes like that, but at the same time, this one really showed
Mikey at his best, and I have to give it up to the writers and everybody for for doing this, because this was a really fun episode. So what do you guys think of Dimension X? What do you guys think of this episode? How do you think Mikey fared in this episode? What do you think of Leatherhead? The way he just smashed through the through the Krang like the Hulk. You know what I mean? I'm glad we got to see him again. I'm glad he's back on Earth. I'm glad that he's that he's still a major part of this show, because he's like one of my favorite characters, and I cannot wait for this season finale, because as soon as the season finale is done, not only we're going to have that to talk about, but they're going to jump right into the next season, so can't wait for that. So let me know what you guys think of this episode. Comment, rate, subscribe. Check out the TMNT playlist for reviews and more TMNT related news, and I will see you on the next video. Peace, love, and never be normal.